How's it going, everybody? I'm Ronald Jr. and welcome to my channel, and today we're going to be upgrading the Firefly 335 copy. So let's go ahead and get right into the video. I did something that's stupid and crazy, but I took $500 and I put it into this Firefly guitar 335 copy. Now, I wanted to do this video because I did a lot of work to this guitar to get it to where it's at. Now, some of the steps I could have skipped, but I did it anyway. So stay tuned at the end of the video if you want to hear the demo of this guitar and what it sounds like. But I want to show you how much money I put in this guitar, and I want to show you the money that I put in this guitar you can take and go buy a guitar just like this. And we'll be talking about that here in a minute. But first, let's talk about what this guitar has done to it. So we got some Grover tuners up here on the headstock. We have a bone nut. We have Planet Tone pickups, bridge and neck. You can get them in black or zebra or I think white. So I thought I'd just mix it. I got me a Tune-O-Matic bridge. I got conversion post, and I got full-size pots and wiring and a good switch. And I just used the stock jack. And I did a lot of work on the fretboard. I leveled, crowned, and polished the frets around the fretboard. Made the fretboard look like rosewood because this is not rosewood at all. And I changed the neck or the truss rod cover plate. Now, don't get me wrong, this guitar out of the box was pretty awesome, but it needed some help. And I also stripped everything off of this guitar and sanded it down to the die. A lot of people are wondering how I put a nitro finish on this guitar. What I do is I take a orbiter sander and I sand it down so much, and then I hand sand it, and you can start to see the die come out when you're hand sanding it. If you're very careful, you can sand it back down to the wood without taking the die off, and you can just respray it with nitro, and that's exactly what I done here. And I also went ahead and reshaped the headstock to the open book headstock. So there's a lot of work involved in this guitar. And this is how much I have in this guitar. Now, the problem that I have with that price is this is a Firefly guitar. Okay, there's nothing wrong with it. Okay, I'm not dogging Firefly in any way, but there's nothing wrong with this guitar. It's a beautiful guitar. It plays really well. It feels good. Sounds good, even out of the box. But it's still a Firefly guitar. Even after all the upgrades that I've done here, I can still only get $150, maybe even less out of it, because it is what it is. A guitar doesn't go up in value just by what you put, the parts that you put on it. That's not how it works in the guitar world. This is a Firefly guitar, and it'll always be a Firefly guitar. And I have, almost $500 in this guitar, and I'll never get that out of it. Now, why did I put $500 in this guitar? Well, for one, I'm not going to get rid of this guitar. I'm going to play it because I play this guitar a lot, believe it or not. Two, I'm not planning on selling it or anything, and it's for me. So I built it for me, and if I'm going to play it, it's got to perform. So that's why I did that. And you can, and you're probably asking, why didn't you take that money and go buy one? Well, I already have one, maybe, or I don't want to do that. But since you asked the question, can we take the money that I put into this guitar, the exact amount that I put into this guitar, can we go buy a guitar that probably has a little bit better resale value? And absolutely, we can. I got musician friends because that's where I order my strings and guitars and all that stuff, because they usually have really good deals. And they have this Epiphone on there on sale. And this will hold its value pretty well. I've never had a problem selling an Epiphone guitar. I've always had good luck selling an Epiphone guitar. Now, I'm not going to get like the exact price out of it. I'm going to lose a little bit of money, but I never lose that much. I always get almost all my money back selling an Epiphone guitar. Now, when it comes to this guitar, I'll never get my money back. After all the work that I've done to it, I'll never get my money back. It's just a Firefly guitar. Now, don't let that stop you from upgrading your guitar, your Firefly guitar, or your other budget guitars, because that's not what it's about. If you have in mind, when you're buying a guitar and you have in mind resale value, I think you're taking the fun out of buying guitars and upgrading guitars, because I don't buy any guitar worrying about the resale value. I have American Strats, I have high-end guitars. Okay, when I bought them, I wasn't, okay, I can flip this in the future for this money and all this. I never think that way. And that's the same way with budget guitars. I don't worry about the resale value. Now, one thing that I do have good luck on is when I upgrade these budget guitars, I have good luck trading them. I have more luck trading them for something better than selling it. So always keep that in mind, because I trade guitars and I buy them. You know, I've traded budget guitars that were upgraded and the neck work was done perfectly and it just felt really good to that person, and they'd trade me mid-range guitars for it just because of the way it felt. So don't be hindered by upgrading a Firefly guitar or any budget guitar that you have, but you need to keep in mind that you can't just upgrade this and you think you know you're going to get a bunch of money out of it. It's not how it works. It's not how guitar works. It's not how the guitar world works. But a lot of people always ask me, you know, why can't you just take that money that you just, you know, blew on that budget guitar and go buy something that's has a reputation? And there's nothing wrong with that, and that's why I've been giving the options in my videos. And you can go do that right now. This Epiphone, as of right now, on this date, at this time, that Epiphone right now is on sale. You can even finance it if you're approved. So what do I got to say about this guitar after I did all the work to it? Because I've played an Epiphone 335. I played all. I'm pretty in tune with all the Epiphone guitars, and I can go to my local store and play them. And honestly, the feel of this feels a little bit better because I took the time and rounded the neck and did a little bit better fret job and all that stuff. And you can do that to the Epiphone too. But I made this guitar mine and I set it up for what I'm going to be doing, okay? So to me, this guitar plays 10 times better after I did all the work, and I love it. And the nitro finish that I have on it, it feels really, really, really well. It feels good. This guitar has a nitro finish, and that's what I'm used to. I'm used to playing stuff that has a nitro finish, and I'm telling you, it feels better on the hands and on the arm, and it makes that grain pop a lot better too. But I'm impressed with the Firefly quality alone. Okay, they're busting out these guitars for super cheap, and you know what? They have some pretty good quality control. I know they have their problems and they have issues, but every guitar company has issues and problems, and you know, you got to be patient. You have to wait till they work it out. Was all this necessary? Absolutely not. I could get by with just changing the tuners and the pickups and the wiring and call it a day. But like I said, I wanted to see how far I could go on this budget guitar. And it plays awesome. It does great for me. It performs and it does what I need it to do. And that's all that matters. And it's not even a Firefly anymore. I changed the headstock and put my name on it. It's not a Firefly anymore. And I know a lot of people get mad when I do that. But listen, if I'm going to do all this work, I'm going to put my name on the headstock. There is another YouTube channel that does that on here, and he don't get no hate at all. So if you want to hate, I don't care. I'm here to show you guys options, and I'm here to show you guys budget guitars. Everybody keeps commenting, you need to go buy real guitars. I have real guitars, but this is not what this channel is based on. I started this YouTube channel to show people that you can take low-end guitars and build them up and have something that plays almost like the real thing. That was my whole goal of this YouTube channel. I'm doing this for you guys so you guys can have an awesome guitar to play at home on a budget, and you don't have to sacrifice the food on your table. I'm getting ready to plug it into a Blackstar ID Core, all the EQs at noon. So that was the Firefly 335 copy upgraded, and I'll leave it to you. Do you want to upgrade a Firefly or go buy a guitar that, you know, has a good reputation? Now I gotta button up a few little things on this guitar, like the wiring inside the F-hole. I gotta get that out of the way and up there tucked in where nobody can see it. I just wanted to go ahead and film this video while I had the chance to. So don't forget to subscribe. There's more builds, more budget things coming on this channel. I'm Ronald Jr., and I'll see you guys next time.